it's Heather with another installment of R-Rated Reviews, and I hope that you can hear me because I'm driving Christine, and as far as editing goes, I can merge some shit, but I can't like take out background noise. So it'll be like a review, definitely probably R-rated, more of a commentary, but a review like with my experience. I don't understand or necessarily agree with this whole cancel culture shit, but because of the world we live in, I'm actually going to preface this by saying I tend to be, and I'm not going to make this political. There's enough of that shit everywhere else. I want my channel to be fun, and I'm not trying to make this political. But with that said, I'm going to say I tend to be quite a middle of the road sort of person. Personally, I tend to have some conservative values, many. But I'm pretty flexible. I can't always get what I want in life. And so sometimes I have to be flexible, but you know, I work a guy's job, you know, I'm not a homemaker, but whatever. But I don't give a fuck what anybody else does. You know, those are my choices, and you're free to do whatever the fuck you want, as long as you're not hurting anybody. I don't give a fuck what anybody does. I don't judge. I judge people on character, because assholes come in every size, shape, color, creed, sexual orientation, and whatever. So I think what happened 2 days ago was fucking hilarious, and that's why I wanted to comment on it. And I don't understand these manufacturers and these retailers, why they cave the way they do, because, you know, as the saying goes, you can't please all the people all of the time. And so no matter who you cave to, you're going to end up pissing off the other half or whatever. And this is not a political battle. This is just a whether you agree or don't agree kind of thing. And what I refer to halves. So Bath and Body Works Bath and Body Works decided to apologize for the shrink wrap design of their snowed in candle a few days ago, because apparently it depicted or resembled KKK hoods. Whatever. Now, here's the thing. Could it be offensive? I see, perspective-wise, I always see as many perspectives as I can before I decide or make my, opinion. Before I even come to my own conclusion of how I feel about something, I weigh all of the perspectives. And that's because, like everything, there are three sides to every story. There are not two. There are three sides to every story. You know, there's yours, mine, and somewhere in the middle lies the truth. Somewhere, meaning, as honest as I think I can be, and as accurate as I might be in depicting a situation I may have had with somebody and recounting the facts, I may be close to in the middle, but there's still going to probably be my own little spin on it. So I always say, yours, mine, and somewhere in the middle lies the truth. I didn't even know about this fucking candle, nor would I have ever known about this candle. But because a select group of people, I don't know how many it was, I know that they were saying it wasn't really a huge number of people, they got some backlash on this candle. And there are so many people now that know about this candle that wouldn't have otherwise, because the attention was given to it. If no one had given it any attention, first of all, it's a temporary seasonal candle, so it would have gone away very shortly, and no one would have been the wiser. But now, because it was given attention and it was given feet, it ran and it took off. So not only now is there the side that was offended by the candle, there's the other side that finds it funny and now makes jokes about it, calling it the clandle and the KKK handle. I mean, I don't think I don't agree with anyone being, I don't agree with the injustice to anybody. But I have a wicked warped sense of humor. I do. And if you're watching my channel, you've got to know that already. I have a very inappropriate sense of humor. It doesn't mean I agree with people being abused. I'm just saying, it's fucking funny that all these people now know about this candle that wouldn't have. And there were people trying to buy it. They pulled it from the shelves. I would have been one of those people. I'm like, I want that fucking candle. Not because it looks like a hood, but because now it's been pulled. I collect shit. I collect shit that if you can't get it, I want it because at some point it'll be worth something and I'll sell it down the road. So I'm like, I wonder if in my stores, maybe someone forgot to take it off the shelf. I don't want it because I'm going to advertise it. I would fucking wrap it up, not burn it, and store it somewhere for 30 or 40 years. And when it got dug out of history, it'd be like, remember this candle? Like, I got that. What's it worth now? I mean, it would be like an investment purpose for me. Not to be a dick about what people thought it meant, but I don't understand why these companies sort of cave. Because what happens is they apologize. They've now pulled the candle from all of their stores. And the other half is now like, you caved. You can't please everybody. You're going to piss people off for caving. You're going to piss people off for not caving. It wasn't your intention. They came out and said it wasn't their intention. So if it wasn't their intention, I'm almost thinking, why don't you just shut the fuck up and say nothing? Because it was a temporary candle that was going to go away in a few weeks anyway. I can't imagine the amount of money that went into the design of that candle. It's a fucking snowflake. And the reason I say that is because I texted, and I'll show a screenshot. I took a screenshot of my text message to TJ just to show you how innocent this candle could or should have been taken. And I can see both sides where, all right, well, it kind of does look like that. Would I have thought that until someone said it? No, I don't think I would have. To me, I was like, what is that? Is that marshmallows? I thought it was marshmallows. I'm like, why are they apologizing for fucking marshmallows? And I'm like, oh, okay. I wouldn't have thought anything of it. But I can see how someone would think that. Get over it. Do you really think, to the people that are upset about it, do they really think, in all honesty, do you really think that Bath & Body Works is trying to market the KKK? I mean, let's try to use the common sense approach and say, I don't think they're trying to slip anything by anybody. I mean, they've got LGBTQ candles. They're on everybody's fucking side. My point is, the design of these candles doesn't happen overnight. And the reason I know that is because I used to be a chemical compounder with a flavor and fragrance company on Long Island. From the time I was 17 until I was 23, I worked for a flavor and fragrance company, and for several of those years, I was a chemical compounder, and I worked on one of the candle fragrances for Yankee Candle. So I know how much time, research, and money goes into these, and then they have to hire a marketing company just for the shrink wrap or however these candle holders get decorated. There's like a lot of research, a lot of money, and then the shipping, the logistics, getting it to market costs a fortune. Then to just yank it and pay for the logistics to have it shipped back to God knows where in hiding so that no one sees it, no one gets their hands on it because there are going to be the people that want to collect it. And I don't know if they can just relabel them or not. Because if you find out you can relabel them and take the label off, they can't use those candles. They've lost probably millions of dollars. So who do you think is going to get the bill for what it costs them to cave? The consumer is. They're not going to eat the cost of that. Now the candles that are already $19.99 are ridiculously priced, and then they go on sale half price. I think they're now $22.50. So they'll probably be $23 or $24.50. They're going to pass that cost on to us. Now, if you ask yourself, how many of the people that complained are really the retailers that would shop there anyway? Yeah, whether they're offended or not. I can appreciate that they might be. But if they're not shopping there and making that company money, then the company's not really going to lose money if they don't shop there because they weren't to begin with. And now they're costing their normal, regular consumers who do shop there more money, who are now going to be more inclined to go shop somewhere else because the cost is just getting to be too much. Additionally, they're like, that you caved. Like, if you didn't intend it, then just apologize or don't and move on. But to undo how many units of these candles snowed in, that would have been a big ass seller. You know, hundreds of thousands of units were shipped all over the country, plus the backup storage for the online orders and everything else through the entire, not just holiday season, winter, because it wasn't a Christmas candle. It was a winter snowed in candle. Why do you do it? Why do these companies cave? No one is going to be happy, or at least not everyone is going to be happy, because you can't make everybody happy. But now that you just cost everyone more money for a temporary candle, maybe there's something to be said about Harbor Freight. I bitched about them because they won't even respond to Better Business Bureau complaints. They have an F. They're not rated because they're not accredited. They have an F because no matter what the complaint is, they don't even respond. Yet they're still a successful, fiscally successful company. They're out there selling stuff, making money. I mean, they're not shutting stores down like a lot of retailers are. And they won't even answer. And these are for complaints by a consumer who bought a product that has an issue with that product. Not even social justice warriors. And they don't cave to an existing... And will they lose those clients? Maybe. I don't know. But whatever, they're not even responding. So maybe there is something to be said for just being like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just not going to say anything. Maybe these companies need to just not say anything. It's not like it was blatant or deliberate. There have been other times that there's been backlash for some shit. And I can see it because there may have been a deliberate marketing move that sent a specific message and for a reason, and it blew up in their face. Okay, fine. This wasn't a marketing ploy. This was an accident. And when you think about it, how innocent must it have been that it went all through the entire research and development, quality control, all the way to the fucking stores before a single person said, hey, do you think this might be depicted as, and no one quite, to me it looks like fucking marshmallows. I don't know. But I texted TJ and I said, hey, look what Bath and Body Works had to apologize for yesterday, LOL. And I sent a picture of it. And he's like, what? What is it? What did they apologize for? And he goes, oh, okay, now I see it. I said that was the perfect response. Not very many people really would have looked at it that way until it was like, well, why are they apologizing? Well, what could it be? What could it be? It didn't dawn on me to think anything of it until I was told that it pissed people off. So maybe we should just stop giving this shit the attention that it gets, and then retailers wouldn't be forced to apologize for shit they didn't do to begin with. But that's just my 2 cents. It's not political. It's more like I look at it from the business side of it and the consumer end of it. Like, now it's going to cost us more money to buy candles that were already overpriced. Fuck, man, am I going to have to start making my own fucking candles now? Shit. And let me just quickly add that the fact that this candle has been whined about and is of a snowflake, let me just tell you how that irony is not lost on me. I mean, that makes it the creme de la creme. I'm sorry. Are there snowflakes complaining about a snowflake? What's left to complain about now? Anyway, I'm almost afraid to say questions or comments. Please feel free to leave them. Hey, questions or comments, please feel free to leave them. It doesn't mean I'm going to get into it with anybody on something that has nothing to do with what this video is about. And if you want to hit like or subscribe, I would fucking love that. And I hope you all have a fantastic day.